But we were headed south on US 17. Sky was blue, trees were green. Muggiest day I think I'd ever seen. Well, the sun shone hot on our sedan roof. Sweat rolled off my daddy, he began to droop. Up ahead like a mirage, we saw a sign. Come see our gorilla, the billboard screamed, and snakes by the dozen like an African scene. In Gators, the genuine Gators for sale. Well, we were 6, packed in a car built for 4. Excitement grew till we could take no more. Mama threatened murder if we didn't hush. But in a moment of weakness, my daddy pulled over at a shabby little shack called the Jungle Marauder. And like a herd of jackals, we bolted right out of the car. Well, it wasn't quite Disney's Animal Kingdom, and Busch Gardens had nothing to fear, but back in '63, it was the finest thing we'd seen. When we all burst in, that man had our number, showed a tiny little gator from this land down under. Florida's finest, he said with a wicked grin. Come see our gorilla, billboard screamed, and snakes by the dozen like an African scene. And Gators, it's genuine Gators for sale. Well, Mama said no. Daddy said so. I wonder how big that little critter will grow.
Please, Daddy, tell him that we'll take him.
When we were back on the road again, we named him after the Lord Chesterfield Inn. Chester for short, and he was for a while. Then he outgrew his box and a few, so we moved him into our unfinished bomb shelter to be ready, it seemed, for whatever might commence. Come see our gorilla, the billboard screamed, and snakes by the dozen like an African scene. And Gators, it's genuine Gators for sale. You see, we thought Chester might feel at ease in that block-lined hole with the water of green, showing his chompers pretty as you please. Besides, the Cold War didn't seem so hot. In light of this growing reptile we got, I guess the Russians would just have to wait. Well, it's many years later, and I say with a tear, we released that gator not far from here, and a swamp just perfect for a sun-lazing style. And as far as I know, he's probably content with a Mrs. Chesterfield, and they're making gators, genuine gators, for sale. Come on. Come see our gorilla, billboard screamed, and snakes by the dozen like an African scene. Gators, it's genuine gators for sale. screen and snakes by the dozen like an African scene. And Gators is genuine Gators for sale. We're talking Gators, Lord Chesterfield Gators for sale.